This is the second part of A Stitch in Time Part 2 from Birth to Tombs. This is the Plane of Disease, Crypt of Decay. You're supposed to search for tools to exterminate the fleshy wastes. Now, first off, as I'm heading up here to right before that bunch of goo cubes that don't look too appetizing, is to warn you that you really don't want to eat while you're in here unless you have a strong stomach. It's pretty messy. Your first time through, you will want to grab the note. It is a house item. It's not anything really important that you have to have it. It just gives you hints on what is going on, and it's also a nice little house item. So if it's free, why not grab it? You may find a use for it. Then you need to grab the shovel and the embalming kit. Then you head up to these ugly cubes. And yes, they're calling them cubes of flesh. And each one needs 2 whacks with your shovel. And yes, it messes up your screen as you go along. Out of those 4 whacks of the shovel, actually now it's 6 whacks. I only got 1 of the 15 pathogens that I needed. So this takes a while. You're not going to get one every single update. And you want to dig your way towards the east end of the room. But that's not all there is to it. Yes, it's a lot like Dig Dug, and there we go. I was paying attention to digging and ignored the pill bug. Now I have this embalming kit, and I'm going to use an embalming kit on a live bug. Boom. He blew up, he's dead. Another one was there though. You just need to be close, and if you hit it, it stops and starts swelling up. If you stop hitting it long enough, it shrinks down and it knocks you around again. So you want to be watching for them. They're not going to hurt you, but they are going to knock you around some more and slow you down. And you need 6 of them anyway. So why not do what people are now calling the Dig Dug instance and blow up some pill bugs? Kind of satisfying in a way, but I really want to take a bath after being in this instance, which of course is pretty par for the course when you're in disease and decay and all of that. The only thing you do not need to worry about collecting in this central room is the blighted marrow. You will get that in the crafting area, and that you'll get to in a moment. And there I go, getting knocked around again. Wait for it to recover. There we go. Watch the cat trying to knock stuff over again. My goodness, he's being needed tonight. I'm not supposed to be talking to the computer. I'm supposed to be talking to him, apparently. Spoiled brat. There we go. Another spotted pill bug. There's another one over here. I can't see it, but I'm hitting my kit as fast as I can. There we go. It's gone. And there we go. I am done with those 2 parts for harvesting. Now I need the blighted marrow, which is from these big, ugly amalgamations of pestilence. There's one. They spawn in random spots in the room. So if we can't find one at first, just look around this area. Watch my camera swivel around unexpectedly. There, all done. Then you come up to the center of this area, the pedestal of pestilence. You are given the empowered seal of Bertoxulus that you need to use. In addition to that, you will need the inner seal of power that you were given by the quest giver, plus the protoplasm and all of that fun stuff, and 50 celestial kindling. Now, before I cancel this, or stop this recording, yes, and try to speak English again, before I stop the recording, I want to go quickly over what the rewards are for this step, because a lot of people get confused with the 3 rewards for this part of the quest line because they're all virtual. There is absolutely nothing that goes in your bags or anything like that. The first is the Guild Harvester missions. The wording is confusing. What it really means is once you finish part 3 of A Stitch in Time, you will be able to get a harvesting quest, well, 3 harvesting quests, 1 gathering, 1 mining, 1 fishing and trapping, that you can pick up from either the Plane of Magic. Sorry, let me rewind. You can either get it from the Coliseum of Valor, not Plane of Magic. I am having so many problems talking tonight. Anyway, you pick it up in Valor from a trade skill NPC that is now going to be there, standing on a table, a little halfling, looks like Naomi, and she stands with all of the adventure quest givers. She can give you the harvesting quests at this stage once you complete this quest. You can also pick them up from your guild harvesters if your guild harvesters are not out on an assignment at the time. And what happens is you get a different hail option. You have, send it out after this tier, send it out after that tier, blah, blah, blah. Or I would like something from the Plane of Magic. They tell you, oh, we can't harvest out there. That's too dangerous for us. But you could go out there. So basically, your 3 guild hall harvesters can give you the 3 daily harvesting quests if you want to pick them up before you come out to the Plane of Magic. Otherwise, you trek out to the Coliseum of Valor and pick them up and then go harvest in the Plane of Magic. These missions are great because you not only keep whatever you harvest, but then you get a harvesting bag at the end. So if you've just finished the gathering one, you get a bag of gathering materials from Plane of Magic. Plus, you also get some random rares. If you're doing the mining and the foresting, then you get a bag of ore, gems, and wood, plus random rare. Plus, you get guild status and all that fun stuff. So basically, you get all your resources that you just harvested, plus some extra, plus some guild status, plus some tiers of row and some coin and yada, 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 yada. It's a happy thing. But the wording is confusing and people think, oh, well, we can send our harvesters from the guild hall out. No, you're not sending them out. They're sending you out. It's a little bit turnabout fair play thing. All right, so that's that. Then you have your pack pony Cephalolution. And that's the pretty Plane of Magic horses that you see out here. And I can't show you it because, well, my pony isn't ready for that until I hand in this quest. But they're basically purple and pink glowing horses. And it's just a different appearance for your mount. And it will show up here in your pet, the right-click examine when you have the option. That's all it is. You can toggle it back and forth. It'll allow you to toggle appearance. The last thing is the autonomous harvesting for your pack pony. What this means is, if you have your pack pony out and following you, which I normally don't because I don't like a lot of extra clutter, but you will want him out for this sort of stuff. You pull your pack pony out, and as you run past a node, he will randomly just kick up a harvest and dump it into your bags. This does not take anything actually off the node. If it's a node with 3 pulls, it's still a node with 3 pulls on it. Your pony is basically doing something that is the equivalent of an ample harvest without actually harvesting. He can do it once every 90 seconds. He will not do it if you're just standing there AFK. You have to run past a node, and then he will do it. If you just stand at a single node, he's not going to pull from that node a second time. It's got to be a different node. So, when you're out and you're moving around, he'll just give you an extra bonus now and then. At last check, it worked in most zones for most normal nodes. It doesn't work on Shadeweave buds. It shouldn't work on quest nodes and so on and so forth. It does not work on Essence of Magic, just normal nodes. A couple of zones at last check were not working. He did not like Timorous Deep for some reason, for example. Those were put in a bug report. They're probably fixed by now, but I'm not positive if they are or not. So test it, play with it. He'll spit them into your bags. The messages get split for him too. Your pony has brought you something back, or whatever that message is, sorts with your harvesting messages. What he actually brought back, 10 etherwood lumber and a rare. He can do that for example. It could be, the 10+1 harvest, or it could be, 2 etherwood or whatever. Anything that you could normally harvest from that node. But anyway, that message is a reward message. So if you have your rewards in one chat window and your harvests in another chat window, those will be split. So if you're wondering, well, wait a minute, what did he give me? It says that he gave me something, but what did he give me? It's off with your rewards. So that's where you'll find it. Okay, that concludes this. Once I am finished this crafting, I will go out, I will hand it to Very Grow, and we'll be done with this part of the quest.